Welcome to Vanishing Gates. I am Jay, your host, into the strange, the unexplained, the paranormal, and the why the hell are you still listening to Vanishing Gates at this point? Glad you've been here for a while. This is, yeah.
This is Jack.
Uh-huh. And do you have anything else to say? You're just going to put a finger to your mouth?
Do people know that I'm the Supreme Overlord, or do I need to say Supreme Overlord?
You should
Jack?
probably instill the fact that you are the Supreme Overlord.
This is Supreme Overlord, Jack.
So, welcome to Vanishing Gates. We are having a great, jolly old time. I do want to give a big shout out to no one because fuck everybody. Yeah, just kidding.
Hi in chat. Now, what? I feel like we could have got this out while we were doing our for our Patreons out there.
I'm in a real bad mood today.
We've kind of just fallen apart immediately. Good job.
Look,
good job.
I'm not feeling so great today. I'm in a bad mood. I had someone I stood for stab me right in the back, and aside from that, yeah, good times, great oldies.
Just gonna take a drink of water.
Oh no, but on a serious note, though, welcome to Vanishing Gates. Hey, Wicked in chat. I'm glad we can see you there. You're pretty. So pretty.
So pretty.
So, that said, I want to talk about nothing, because I'm retarded.
You want to talk about nothing, huh?
Nothing.
Got nothing?
Sweet silence.
Sweet Caroline. Dum.
That said, you had a topic you wanted to discuss.
Just gonna segue right into the topic, are we?
I've been trying to let you host this show off and on for almost on 3 years.
Try to pony it off on me.
Pony it off? This has been like... It's been a labor of love, and you think I'm trying to pony it off on you? That's hurtful.
We are doing a new series we're going to start now, which is our World Tour series. It's going to be about cryptids. It shouldn't be just about cryptids, though. It says Cryptid World Tour. It's kind of a misnomer because we're going to talk about a lot more than just a cryptid. So we're going to talk about haunted locations.
He just keeps piling it on.
We're going to build the most interesting stories we can think of out there. We're not going to be like, hey, look, I'm going to tell you about this crappy little creature that they saw once, and some farmer was like, well, that kind of looks like something, so we're going to go ahead and throw that out there. I'm going to find the interesting stories, okay? Because I don't really give a shit about your drop bears, all right? You can go...
Those are koalas, and they're almost extinct. How do you not give a shit about koalas?
You can go to Wisconsin to fuck yourself with your drop bears, okay?
I don't think there's any
koalas
in Wisconsin.
None of that made sense. Those poor drop bears.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Poor drop bears. Light people on fire unsuspectingly. Anywho.
What? Why?
Why? Why am I what?
Why would you do that?
What?
You Wisconsinite the drop bears?
I don't know why. Why would I?
Oh, okay.
Why would I not?
I thought maybe there was a reason. For those of you who are not watching the podcast, but you're listening.
Holy crap.
I know he's turning red finally. You're finally becoming a ginger like a man.
My soul
for
is
those of you who are
slowly.
listening versus the watching, because we are posted on YouTube, Facebook, our tech guy Nick is there restreaming us all over the place. Just streams of Vanishing Gates all over your face. We're also on Podbeam, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio. We're all over that. So if you're listening to the podcasting channels, you can join us on Mondays. We'll be live to watch our actual live stream if you want to see this ugly mug and that ugly mug. And join us and comment in the chats. That'd be dope.
Get a mug.
F.
We need to make mugs.
I'm going to make mugs. I'm going to make merch eventually. We have to update our freaking website anyway. So
yeah, that's true enough. So anyways, yeah. So we're going to be doing the world tour. Basically, you're going to go to different.
We're not actually touring.
Talk about different countries.
Yeah,
we're not locating. We don't have money. We can't go anywhere. So yeah, we're just gonna talk about different countries, different cryptids, different locations, haunted places. I think for the most part, with this particular part of the series, we're gonna stick with cryptids, though. Honestly,
that sounds dope.
I think that might be the case, just because we can do, we can do the in between stories, like different locations and things like that on our own with our normal.
One thing I do want to say though is we do still have a Patreon. I have to update it. I haven't updated it yet, so hold off on it. But what I want to do is this year, I want to take 50% of the proceeds and donate it to a couple of charities. So if you guys want to be patrons, is it patrons or patrons?
Patrons.
Okay. If you want to do that, I'm not asking you to do it directly, but if you decide that you feel that way, so inclined, I'm at this point, I'm footing the bill for everything and I don't care. It's fine. I really don't care. It's what it is. It's not costing me any more than it would be to not do this. So I could be addicted to crack, I guess.
I mean, yeah,
crack would be a little more
theoretically,
expensive.
you could go with crack. This town would be a really good place to get crack. Why
It
are
would
we
be a
talking
great
about
place.
this right now?
Our city council gives out freaking heroin needles. Are you serious?
Our city
We're
council
dope.
is fantastic.
Anyway,
it is
but
literally dope.
What I
This
do want to
town.
do is come up with a couple of... actually, you guys please email us at vanishinggates@gmail.com and let us know some charities we can do to donate to. I want to donate at least 50% of all Patreon stuff to that. And we're going to update that in the next couple weeks. Not today, though, but let us know what you guys think is a good charity to donate to. Because really, like, we do this for your entertainment. We do it for our own self-aggrandizement.
Man, I look like I need sleep.
I said aggrandizement.
Engrand-
It's not even damn word.
A grand? I don't.
Anyway, so you're talking about your cryptids. We're going to start with what country there, Jack?
What? We're starting off with Australia, the most
Australia.
in the news thing due to those horrible wildfires that apparently 128 people have been
So
arrested
you
for
have
helping
to have the
start.
lowest hanging fruit, don't you?
Yes, of course I do. We're going to start off at the lowest point, and everybody must be involved.
First
Join
of all,
us.
Australia seems like the worst place in the world because everything wants to kill you, much like Florida.
Oh my God! Everything there does want to kill you, including the people. Apparently, they want to kill everything there as well.
I don't blame them.
Like, did 128 people see one of the giant spiders simultaneously and just?
Yeah, these wildfires were started by humans.
Yes,
And like intentionally started, not like accidentally. Like a guy flicked his match or something. Like
Yeah.
Now, a big
Hundreds
shout out
of
to one of my
millions dead.
favorite people on social media, is Aussie Man.
100 million animals. Dead.
Big shout out to you. Hope that things work out for you, buddy.
Yep.
And yeah,
I've watched
hundreds of
some
millions
Aussie
of-
Man there.
Drop bears are apparently functionally extinct now.
I hate that. I hate that completely. I
They're
love
not
drop
even
bears.
bears, and I'm not sure they drop. But
They once
are
peed on a
aggressive.
Jonas brother and gave him chlamydia. That's fantastic.
I'm sure that's what he told his
That's
girlfriend.
fantastic.
I'm pretty
Oh.
sure it's not an actual fact.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure that
Is
he
it kinda like
said that
making it
because
up
he
or-
was too busy banging some other kid who was too young. Yeah. Ricky Gervais. Hashtag.
I feel like I feel like we just. I feel
Can we
like
get
we
back
just
to the
slandered
paranormal
someone with a
stuff?
drop
Like,
bear, kind of.
No, I'm not really worried about it.
Anywho, so
Well, it's going to do fight me.
he might. You don't know what Jonas brother they
Oh,
can come at
man.
you.
Hope he
And
does.
then,
He's
in
gonna
other
come at me
news-
like a drop bear.
In other and more important news, I can't believe I just said that. I'm going to go to hell. Let me retract that. In other news, it's just other news, not necessarily more important than millions of animals dying and
No,
the
we're talking
country
about the
being on
Jonas
fire.
Brothers. I thought that's where you were.
Well,
so you're just
no,
a
that's
piece
way
of
more important
shit.
news than the
God.
Jonas Brothers and drop bears and
Anyhow.
koala peeing chlamydia on him. Anyways, drop bear peeing. I apologize.
Hashtag
I used their false
chlamydia
name.
Koala.
Hashtag chlamydia koala gate.
Chlamydia?
Anyways, drop bear gate.
This is what happens when I let you take the reins and let you
Well,
have.
I don't know what you
free
mean. I'm
run
trying to
of
move on.
the idea.
I'm trying to move on here. All right, let's move on then, shall we?
No. Yeah, definitely. We should.
Fantastic. So,
Fantastic.
anyway, I feel like we had a pre-show so we'd get all this out of the way. 'Cause I knew
Yeah,
it was
we
gonna be
shouldn't have done that.
just
We
a
should have
terrible
gone
episode.
right to it.
Um,
So those of you typing us in chat, we cannot see anything you're saying. Just so you know, we're wanting to, but for some reason, I can't see any Facebook chat.
Facebook chat isn't in because we're not live on Facebook.
We should be.
I don't know. Let's ask our tech guy. Tech guy, are we live on Facebook?
Anyway, go ahead. Continue with the drop bears.
We'll wait and look what he says. Anyway, so drop bears aside, Neil Peart, greatest drummer in the world, passed away. Beautiful band, loving it, and now it's sad to
There's
see
no
it
way
passing.
that Getty and Alex are able to fix what's gone.
Closer to the heart just isn't going to be the same.
That's too close to the heart, buddy.
That's too soon. I'm sorry.
Too close to the heart. Too soon.
I apologize.
I love Rush.
Oh yeah, Rush is great, man.
Huge fan of the band. Yeah.
Fantastic guys.
Thought we were talking about like drop bears in Australia and cryptids.
Now that we
from
were
other
downers.
places.
All right, so let's get to Australia.
Fucker.
Let's start our world tour of cryptids, part 1 of Australia. And we begin with what amounts to a pretty Slender Man style. I feel like this is kind of like This one is kind of like Slenderman. It's called the Malingi, and it's a tall, 7 foot to 8 foot tall, like slender creature that is made of has like stone skin. It carries a stone knife around, and its knees are supposedly made of stones.
Speaking to the microphone, Jack.
My apologies. And its knees are apparently made of stones. And when it runs or moves, it's tall and lanky, so its knees kind of hit together because of how it's like built, and it causes like a rubbing noise of two rocks like hitting together and like rubbing. And that is kind of the sign of the Malingi, other than it has bright fire orange eyes, like like coals of a fire. And yeah, I mean it's fantastic creature,
Are there
really.
stories behind this? Really fantastic creature.
Yeah, it hates
the majestic Malingi.
There's one story I listened
Here
to
we go.
today,
I'm gonna
which
shut my thumb up his bum.
I can't qualify that this story is real or not, because I kind of just listen. I like to listen to cryptid stories. I like to
we
listen
can't
to,
qualify any
true
of these stories as
Hell
real,
no,
bro.
you can't. You can't. Like,
We just
is there a
accept it.
creature that's 7 foot
Talk
tall
about
running around made of rock with stone knives in the middle of Australia,
Well,
just like stabbing people?
Did they say
No.
the knees were made of rock, or it sounded like rock as it
I think
ground
it's
together?
because the body is made of like a rock covering, like it's
like a
it's
rock
like
hard
stone.
substance.
And so, anyways, it screeches. I think it emits a screech. It's got what is it? It's stone knife, bright eyes.
Man, I'm glad
Walks
you did
on a
deep
beach.
dive research for this.
I did deep dive research. Shut up, okay?
You were
I
very
had
involved.
it when we did the pre-show. I had it, and then you like threw me off at this
I told
one,
you,
and
you
I
stuff
wasn't
live
ready
and call
for
it a
it.
day, and you just couldn't do it. You're like, no, let's
You know what?
pregame.
Yeah, don't blame me.
Let's
Don't
pregame.
blame
You're
me.
like, let's
I was
pregame.
ready.
I'm like,
I
yeah,
was
let's
ready.
not.
Anyway, so the story that I heard was a guy was sitting outside on his porch. He was just drinking beer. It's the middle of Australia. I think they drink beer there, right? I mean,
Who the fuck doesn't?
the guy's just
I
drinking,
know.
chilling out, and he has a light on the front porch. It's because he's late at night, and there's insects that fly towards the lights. Well, that annoys him, so he puts up a like a floodlight kind of thing in his backyard.
Okay.
And as he's sitting up front, he's just chilling out, enjoying the night. He hears a noise, and then the light kicks off in the backyard. He goes to the backyard, and he's just kind of, what's going on here?
What?
Sorry, tech guy throwing me off here.
Oh, he does that. He's having fun. For those of you just listening to the broadcast instead of watching it, it's our tech guy's actually on the video playing with it.
Good job. Nice.
It made Jack crazy because Jack can't focus.
Sorry, I have like shiny object must look. Anyways, so aside from the shiny object must look situation over here, the guy's sitting there. He goes in the back after he sees the lights kick off. He's just checking. There's like no footprints, nothing, no sign that anyone was there. But the light is out, and he starts to look for as if it had blown, except for the fact
Started
that
looking for blow or what? Was he trying to snort up or get blown? I'm
Okay,
confused as to where you're going with
I don't know how you got blown into this.
He started looking for some blow, I think is what you said. Yeah, that's how.
I don't know what to say.
So the light blew out.
The light blew out.
Is the guy's name out?
It didn't blow out. What happened was the light was just gone.
Oh,
light was just gone.
Just vanished.
Yeah, and there were like no footprints, nothing around, no sign of anything having happened. But it was like it's up on the roof. It's over an awning. It's really high up there, and there's no way for someone to have gotten up there without a ladder. I can English.
No sooner.
Anyway,
or
so
later.
he comes back. He's standing there, and then all of a sudden he like hears this rock grating noise, like rocks rubbing together. And for his natural instinct kicked in for the eerie sound because it started to come towards him and it was getting rapid. It was like moving fast. So he jumps into the house, closes the door. Nothing really happens that night. He doesn't see anything, and he goes to sleep. The next day, he's talking to one of his friends, and he's explaining to the guy the situation. The guy says, "Oh, it's probably just some teens. It's just weird that there's no broken glass. Someone got up there
It's just
without."
some teenagers running around and fucking with you.
Yeah, that's the theory.
That's a great theory.
That's what I said. So the guy's explaining it, and he's like, "Oh, it's probably just some teenagers, and they got up their ladder. They went ahead and they just took the slide out." But the guy's like, "But this thing is hot, it's got to be, it's a floodlight, and it was on. It had been on for a little while." And then he goes, he's talking about it. Have you guys ever tried to take a light bulb out barehanded? It hurts. It's hot. Now this is a floodlight.
Not if you're smart enough to wait till the power's been turned off for a while.
It still takes a while for it to cool down, but it was on when it was removed. And it's like the guy says in the thing, I don't
He's
know any
lucky he didn't
teen hoodlums
electrocuted.
running around with ladders and oven mitts to pull off light bulbs. How many teenagers running around with oven mitts?
I used to.
Yeah,
Those are
it's
the days.
the oven mitt bandits. Anyways,
Oven mitt
aside from the
bandits.
oven mitt bandits. So the guy's, he finally mentions the rock noise, the grating rocks. And the guy says, stops, looks very serious. And he's like, sounds like a malinge. And the guy goes, what? A malinge. You know, it's. He starts explaining to him what the creature is, like I explained, in stupid, drolling, incompetent.
Sounds like a
As I
malinge.
forget sting.
That was more
Forget stuff.
Scots than Australian. My bad.
It's a freaking malinge, just like the malinge, okay? Shut the fuck up.
Now you sound like Joe Pesci, but taller.
You know what? I am taller
I
than
mean,
Joe
everyone's
Pesci.
taller than Joe
Remember
Pesci.
that. Don't make me put you in a box.
Good luck
Put you
trying,
in a box.
fella.
Anywho, sorry for putting you in a box.
And you're malinge.
So this malinge, anyways, he explains to him the different stories about it. So the reason it was able to pull it out is because the malinge has like stone-like skin. It really doesn't feel heat or temperature, but it doesn't like bright lights. And so what was happening was he left it on, and the bright light was annoying the malinge in the area. And so the malinge came and got rid of it. So he's back again that night. He doesn't believe it. He laughs off. Like, would you believe that story? Like, really? If someone's like, oh, it's an odd shape. It's an odd-shaped creature that's really tall, and when it runs, it rubs its knees together, and they're like rocks and blah, blah. Like, you wouldn't believe that story.
It sounds like 90% of the guys went to high school with.
You wouldn't believe that story even once, right? I mean, come on. Just chilling out in Australia, 7 foot, 8 foot tall creature pops up, rubbing its knees together. I'm telling you this right now. I'm getting, and it carries a stone knife, which means it doesn't have any real way of hurting
Knows
anyone.
how to use tools.
So I'm just going to say right now, I do too. I would have a baseball bat on my front porch, and as soon as the sumbitch came out, I'd hit it right in those knobbly little knees, and then locked it up with some like
Those
rope,
are stone
and
knees,
then
dog.
sold
How you
it
gonna-
somewhere.
How are you going to fight the stone knees?
Metal bat,
Oh, okay.
metal bat.
So you're going to bust those stone knees because they're made of stone?
No, you just got to
It's
knock
gonna
the
hurt?
knees out of underneath him. He's skinny. He's probably not very muscular.
That's
Grab
not
some
necessarily
rope,
true.
wrap his arms up, tie him behind his back, wrap his legs, hog tie that son of a bitch.
Skinny
Call your local
doesn't
circus
mean weak,
people.
bro.
Call your local circus. Tell them you got something for him. Sell that son of a bitch on eBay.
Skinny doesn't mean weak. Look at our brother.
Sell it on eBay. I'm
He's
pretty
like
sure
6'8".
I'm pretty sure you're legally allowed to sell random creatures you've just caught in your backyard and hog-tied to people on eBay, right? That's allowed.
I mean, you could just cook it.
Oh, I don't think you should cook it. I'm
Make
pretty
it
sure
a
it's
stew.
stone
Call it Gordon
skin.
Ramsay.
I guess it's a stone stew. It might not be great.
Cook
Get
it
a book.
right.
Anyway,
I
Stone
don't think it's
stew. That's a
actually
book.
stone. It might just sound like stone.
Well, I mean, I think that it's supposedly stone skin, but it's probably just like leathery hard skin.
Leathery hard skin. I know
But-
a couple ladies like that.
Anyway, that's fantastic.
Rawr.
Probably sell them on eBay. Anyways,
Oh, bro, that's human trafficking and it's wrong.
that was a joke.
We don't support
We
that
don't support that. That's not funny
at all.
I'm liking how you turned that. It could have just been a
It's
prostitution
funny, but
joke,
it's not right.
You just had to run with it, didn't you? Anyway, so the guy doesn't believe him, so
Tabitha
he's
says,
just
fuck you.
probably.
I'm just kidding. We don't actually have any.
So we're just, he's just chilling on his front porch like everything's normal. And next thing he knows, he just hears the pop. This time it's not like the light goes out. The light just ends after a pop. As he goes around the corner, he hears a loud hissing, screeching sound. Kind of like think Mothman, right? You heard about the Mothman screech?
No. What's a Mothman?
Like it's I'm not a goddamn Mothman. I can't give
Kidding.
a freaking screech. Anyways, the point is, damn thing screeches. Screeches loud, really loud. Okay, everybody, really loud.
That's
I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways,
Bridges fall down.
so the light is broken. He hears the screech, and then he starts hearing the rustling, like that rock sound, and he's just immediately runs for his house, slams the door behind him, locks the door. The thing starts trying for the handles. Not only does it use a stone knife, now it uses handles. It understands what these things are. So you don't know per
Well, if
se.
the fucker can figure out how to make a knife, he could probably turn a handle.
Yeah. So
throwing
he
it out there.
anyway, so the guy stops, and then the thing appears in the damn window. And it's just this creepy creature with bright orange eyes, slender, spindly and hideous.
Like a man.
And it pops open the window and starts to crawl in. And at this point, I'm going to tell you this right now, because this guy grabs his keys and takes off. Like, this guy grabs his keys, takes off, the thing takes a swipe at him, and he somehow gets away. I'm telling you right now, The moment that thing popped up in the window, I would not wait for it to open the fucking thing. I would have already taken off at that point.
The first thing I would have done was try to kill it.
I'd have taken the hell off. Or I'd have waited for
I
it.
think
Like, it
we're a
was
little
already starting to
different.
get through the window a little
I
spindly.
would have tried to like just take its head off its shoulders.
I would have Team Fortress Classic'd it as it was trying to get through the window. I'd have just started punching it in the head.
throw a conch grenade at it.
Just wait for it to start climbing through the window. Just start beating its ass in the
that's
window.
about what I would have done. I would have grabbed
It's off
something
balance.
violent.
Slam the window down on him a couple times, and just like start beating his head in. I'm just telling you this right now. If you break into my house and you try to climb it through a window, I'm gonna get you.
It's like that
I'm
time I
gonna
almost
win.
smacked the bear in the ass.
What?
Oh, you don't know about that?
What?
I never told you? The time I almost smacked the bear in the ass?
Why would you almost smack a bear in the ass?
Because I'm stupid.
Fantastic.
No, this happened.
Kind of like Macaulay Culkin. Fool me once, shame on you.
No. This you can actually talk to cousin DJ about it. He was there. So you know that rope swing on Neeland right before you go up to Neeland? So okay, guys, we live in Northern California.
Nope.
And there's a place where our brother and sister live up on. It's called Neeland. It's a hill. Well, there's another part of Neeland where you can go off by what's called freshwater. Freshwater is where you've seen us do some videos. You've been following us for a while. Me, Jack, and Seth have done, Paco anyway, have done jumping contests off the docks. Into
I've
the
never
water.
been
It's
there.
fun. But there is a...
Oh wait,
freshwater.
did you say freshwater?
Yes.
I was thinking
This
about
is the first
somewhere
exit
else.
before freshwater. Like you go up the hill, and our cousin and I went up there. My cousin's quite a bit older than me. I'm older than Jack by a grip, but our cousin's almost my mom's age. DJ, and we went up there, and there's a rope swing, and there's a bear dump. When I say bear dump, I mean people don't want to go to the dump. They just put their garbage out and their clutter all over the place. And the bears go and find food and whatnot. Well, we were playing on the rope swing, which isn't really a rope swing so much as it is a suicide arrangement if you fall. Because you get on this tree has a rope and a little board, and you go as far as you can out. And underneath that's all sorts of pointy, pungy stakes, kind of wood that's going to kill you if you fall. That's a fact.
So you just...
Yeah, we didn't do that, luckily.
It's just suicide with extra steps.
It is. And it's...
Okay.
It's Epstein didn't do it. So we did that for a while, like an hour and a half, and we decided I'm going to hide from DJ. And again, this guy is like 20 years older than I am. So I duck and run, and I'm trying to scare him. So I'm sneaking around real quiet, and I get into the bear dump. And when I say bear dump, I mean bears go there for freaking sustenance because it's easy to scavenge. Now in Northern California, we don't have like the super predatory bears. We have scavenger bears. They're big. The black bears are big, especially.
Yep.
We have brown bears too. But normally they don't want to mess with you, man. They just want to like be left alone. But the wind is going the right direction towards me. Which is great because I walk out, I'm creeping real quiet on my tiptoes, and I come out, and I am less than 1.5 feet away from the butthole of a brown bear, of a black bear,
It's a fantastic place
of a
to be.
scavenger bear. Oh yeah, and I'm thinking, holy crap, I'm about to die.
Let's poke it with a stick.
No, not so much. I'm dumber than that. So this bear is within arm's reach, like literally within arm's reach. And I'm frozen. And then I'm like, okay, I have one of two things I can do here. And no one's ever going to believe this is how I died. And I raise my hand up. Seriously. I raise my hand up. For those of you watching the video, this hand is not an impressive hand. It's just one that can hit you really hard. But I raise my hand up. I'm going to smack this bear right in the ass. In my brain, a couple things are going on. This bear's going to maul me to death, and no one's going to believe it, or I'm going to do it, and no one's going to believe it.
Wait, you could Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu this thing. You could have.
No. I was.
You could have BJJ this.
I wasn't. That was just all kickboxing stuff at the time.
Oof.
But
That was your mistake.
regardless,
You BJJ to grapple.
no. The mistake was I'm stupid. So I raised my hand up
that's
really
a terrible
high.
mistake.
I'm gonna smack this bear on the fucking ass. I was gonna smack this freaking bear right on its ass, and then like, right after that, DJ comes out of the woods. Outside of the wind too. He's downwind as well. What the fuck are you doing? And this bear took off.
It's like, oh shit!
And
I'm sorry, I didn't know this wasn't mine. I gotta go. It's Humboldt County, don't shoot me.
I apologize for the loud noises, but that's how it happened. The bear took off. I almost pissed myself, and I ran towards my cousin as fast as I could. But I almost smacked the bear in the ass. So.
Fantastic.
That said, there's been a couple girls I've met at the clubs that have wanted me to smack their asses, and I would rather smack that bear in the ass.
Honestly, given the
Hashtag
option,
extraterrestrials.
that's a story you can have for the rest of your life. You could be like, I almost smacked bear's
And no
ass.
one ever
and if
believes
you actually
that.
smacked that bear's
like,
ass, though.
yeah, but I didn't get to.
It's so close.
You know how fuck that is? Like, people didn't believe the story.
And the bear probably would have run, too. It'd probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I probably would have. Now that I know that now.
It's probably high off its ass in Humboldt County, just like eating all this
mushrooms
weed,
and
just eating all this shit.
ayahuasca, just
It's
DMT
just
tripping.
confused. It thinks it's wandered onto
Peaceful
someone's
bear.
land, and it's just like,
His
oh
name's
shit.
Teddy, he wants to snuggle. Like, no, I,
He's like,
I
"Oh, God."
literally like almost smacked a bear in the ass. Like, and
It's
the
like,
only
oh,
reason I
crap,
didn't,
this is a tweaker.
it was one of those fight or flight things. I'm like, well, I'm gonna die anyway. I might as well go out like a hero. I think it was like 14 or 15 when that happened. Can't remember.
The bear was just having a normal day.
But I've always been that
Hold on.
stupid.
You ever thought about this from the bear's perspective? It's just having a normal day. Nothing's going on. He's just chilling out. He's like, let's go get a bite to eat real quick.
Can
His
you
friend
imagine
Steve
if
is like,
that,
no.
If that poor bear had been like
Hold-
mortified of gingers and like, I
Yes.
hope a ginger doesn't
That's
come
why it
smack
ran.
my ass today.
It's just sitting there. His friend Steve's like, no, I don't want to go down there. It's like, all right, I'll go by myself.
yeah.
Don't even worry about Steve. So
Yep.
he gets down there. He's got his face to the thing.
Old
Then all of a
Teddy.
sudden, he just hears the snap of a twig and stops. And he's like,
vegetarian
oh,
bear
shit.
Teddy. He's like,
I pray to
wouldn't
God
maul a
there isn't a
person.
soulless
I
ginger
really
behind
hope there's
me
not
right
a
now.
ginger here right now. Like, I
He's
don't
just
want him to-
twitching. He's like, what is going on? And the next thing he knows, a hero out of nowhere comes in and shouts, what the fuck are you doing? And he
guess-
turns around and goes, oh, it's a ginger.
I
And it
mean,
just takes off. Because he was
like-
saved from the ginger by the creepy man
No,
that
no.
shouted at him. that's the bear's perspective, was he was just saved from a ginger from a guy shouting, warning him to beware. Like, he was like, oh, crap.
Dude, no, like
That ginger
DJ was
almost
like
got
yelling at me. Like, that's the last time we ever went anywhere. He was like, yeah, I'm not taking you anymore.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't take you anywhere either. Having to yell at a
Never
fucking
take me
bear.
anywhere.
Like,
I'm stupid that way. My fight or flight reflexes are broke because I always want to fight.
I
I'm
don't
just
think it's
like,
a fight
eh.
or flight. I'm pretty sure it's a fight or it's a flight or
No, it's
smack
a-
it on the ass.
It's a talk or headbutt, and I almost fucking smacked a bear in the ass.
It's just a flight or smack on the ass instinct, and you're just like, well,
Yeah, I mean, I
today's
wouldn't
a
do
great
that
day
to
to
90%
die.
of creatures in the world, but a bear, it seemed like a good idea.
Remember this picture I saw of a penguin holding symbols. It's someone photoshopped symbols onto a penguin's hand. It's just standing there over a polar bear. It says, "Do one brave thing and run
Penguins
like
don't
hell
have
today."
hands.
On its wings, bro. It says, "Do one brave
one
thing and
brave
run
thing.
like
It's
hell
a
today."
penguin with-
And run like hell.
You know, I was seriously gonna clock that bear straight in his butt, like, just, yeah, with my hand.
You're gonna treat it like a
His
porn
ass
star
cheek.
on
I don't know if it
fifth
was
video of the day.
It might have been a chick bear. I don't know, but it was gonna get smacked, and then because I felt like I was gonna die. I was like, that's my mortified moment. Like, I'm gonna die right
No,
now.
you're mortified. Think about that bear. That poor bear was just eating, and you like snuck up
That
on it. and
bear
ruined
outweighed
its day.
me by at
you
least
ruined
300
that bear's
pounds.
day. That bear was having a good day.
Yeah,
it's
well.
probably a big fan of some football team, and it was winning. You know,
I'm not a fan of any football team.
He
It's
could have
a
been. He
bear.
could also been having a bad
First
day
of
though
all,
at work.
the bastard's eating in a dump. I don't think he's that.
don't know that bear's
that's
life.
that stressed out.
Don't talk about this bear like that. You
I
don't know
I
his
shouldn't
life.
gender that bear. I don't know.
You're just sitting here talking crap about a bear, and you're scary ginger walking up behind him. Okay, you
Gotcha.
gotta
I
be
was
careful.
scared. I was mortified.
Oh, you were mortified, huh? That poor bear ran. Did you?
It's
Did
like
you his
it's like
balls
when they
probably
say
shrunk
the
up, and he just
sharks are
took
more
off.
Scared of you
Okay.
than you are of the sharks.
No, I'm more scared
That's
of the
not a real
shark.
thing. That's a
scared of
load
the
of
shark
bullshit.
than the shark.
That bear could have murked me. There's no running around that. If that bear
If you ever
took
hear
10
that-
seconds, if that bear would have known what happened, even if I smacked that bear's ass and that bear turned around and saw me, I'd be gone.
I am
We
positive-
wouldn't have a paranormal talk
I
show
am
right now. I'd
positive.
be bear food.
I am positive that there is not once an instance where that animal's more afraid of you than you are of it.
No, it's ridiculous. That bear would have eaten me alive after it killed me.
Totally alive.
Wait, so it would have killed me. It wouldn't eat me alive. It would have killed me.
After it killed me,
Yeah,
it ate
after
me alive.
it killed me, it ate me alive.
First
it
I
would
get eaten
resurrect
alive.
me and then
First
murder
we
me.
get eaten alive.
Yeah, no, like that.
Then
that
we get killed.
That's like one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me. By that I mean,
wait,
it's not
first we
even
killed
one
the
of the
video
craziest things ever
Dude,
happened
that's
to me.
pretty good. That's pretty
So
crazy.
where
I
were
mean,
we here?
The Malinge. Oh no, it's
The
basically
Malinge.
the story is basically the guy saying he
Oh,
never
the
went
kid-
back to the
thing
house
come
and he
to the
sold it
window
all.
and I
Or
wanted to fight it. Yeah, that's why I wanted
he
to
ran,
talk
took
about
off,
that. Yeah,
sold sold his house. Basically, he never went back to the house. But I'm just sitting there thinking, so the thing that doesn't like light, I'm pretty sure it's probably going to go inside during the bright sun's rising. It's like a light thing, I believe. If I recall, did they have the sun in Australia, or was this guy just like, you know what?
No.
I don't give a crap about any of my
I
belongings.
don't think the sun happens anywhere except for North America.
Must be the case.
I think we're the only people that experience this.
That's why we have such amazingly poor disposition sometimes. The Earth is flat.
Flat Earth.
Australia doesn't even exist anyways.
Don't
That's
be
how we
around,
know.
cuck. Don't be
Australia
around, cuck.
isn't even real
Australia's
anyways.
not real. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
So it's
you're
not-
making stuff up anyway.
This
So
is just a bunch of media made up crap about this place known as Australia. It doesn't exist. Flat Earthers have taught me.
That even sounds like a dirty place, mate.
Anyway, so that's the Malinge. It's a creepy cryptid. I thought that was a really interesting cryptid. There's actually a more interesting one I'm probably going to do next week, and I cannot remember for the life of what it's
Kangaroo.
called. Yeah, it's essentially going to it's
called a kangaroo.
It's like a kangaroo.
Oh no. I thought you meant the actual
No,
kangaroo.
it's a lore around someone who wore the pelt of a kangaroo.
Like a werewolf?
A serial killer, actually. He was a human.
Are you talking about the one that stupid slasher movie was made after? The truck driver guy, like Wolf Creek or whatever?
No.
It's an actual true story. The guy was like a straight up serial killer and he tracked people down and murdered them
No.
to death.
This
To all
is
the
it's a folklore story.
Oh.
It's a folklore story. It's
I was talking
an
about something actually
Aboriginal
happened.
folklore story. It's not correct. Someone might have made a movie about it, but it's its own folklore story.
I have friends that play the didgeridoo, and I always tell them didgeridoo because
Didgeridoo, stop that shit right now.
Yeah, it's obnoxious. So if you're out there playing the didgeridoo, didgeridoo.
So that's my story about the
Please.
Malinge. How many of you out there think it's creepy? How many think it's real?
How
Tell
many
me,
of you drive
do
a
you
Subaru
guys think
Outback?
you would be afraid of a 7 to 8 foot tall, Slenderman-like creature with glowing orange eyes holding a knife? And it's also apparently very gangly because it like knees itself repeatedly.
That's one of the things too. Like I wasn't talking about the bear thing. Like it's not that I wasn't scared because I was mortified. I was absolutely mortified. I knew I was going to die at that point. Like I had this real belief I was going to die. That's not how I acted. and people act differently. So if you are mortified of this thing, the Malinge, Steve Malenko, is that a wrestler?
Yeah, it can happen. I mean, the thing is it's something that someone could have seen. You never know in this world. People see things all the time that. It's like people always say, if there was Bigfoot, people would see it. Things would be talked about it. Well, people do report it every day. There's
All the
usually a
time.
sighting. There's probably millions a year.
Of course, that said, though, see, here's the thing. I have a back and forth relationship with Squatch. I do.
Back and forth. That's me.
It's a back and forth
I do and I don't believe it.
relationship.
I do and I don't.
Like,
It's love hate.
did you see my Christmas cup that Heather got me?
No.
The Merry Squatchmas, which was a name of our last Christmas episode last year.
yeah.
But I also got a great hoodie. Said low key, high profile was a Sasquatch. Local company makes those. I've been up and down about the Sasquatch thing, and we do still want to go on our Bigfoot expedition. Just haven't done it yet because money and
Time.
fucking things and being an
Jobs.
adult. It sucks. But I go back and forth because I didn't at all believe in Sasquatch. First of all, the Patterson-Gimlin footage I think is 100% bullshit.
Oh yeah, totally.
I'm going to say that, and don't be offended. I would love to have Gimlin on at some point and talk to him, and honestly talk to him. But the fact is, I think he fraudulently made a video because I've been to Bluff Creek. Now that place where he filmed that was lost for a while, like it got overgrown and people didn't know where it was. But I've been there. You know, and what's his face came out and was like, "Oh, I was a guy in the suit." And they're like, well, no one can walk this way. All the documentaries say that. Our brother is 6'8".
He walks.
And
I
he
saw
can
a lady
walk that
walk
way.
like that, exactly like that.
He can walk that way.
If you have a spinal disease, I promise you can walk like that. Because I
he
can
doesn't
walk
even have
like
the
that.
spinal disease. He's just a gooby-looking, ganky bastard who can walk like that.
Probably sits at a desk all day
That
like
said,
this. And then,
again, like a few years ago, a couple of years ago, a coworker who doesn't believe in anything was turned me around by saying, "Oh no, they're real. I'm from that area, and I know they're real." And knowing this guy, it's hard to say it's not because it's so. He's not the kind of person that would be proud to talk about it, but his instant reaction was, "Oh no, they're real," and told me his story. Okay, and now I'm back to I don't know, you know.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I've never had this kind of experience, but I'm
Well,
not
the
gonna say
fun
it
though,
doesn't
the fun of the
exist.
paranormal the unexplained is the possibility. That's where the fun lies. That's why we do this, because we don't understand crap about our lives. The most devout religious person still doesn't understand a darned thing about what they believe in the end.
Yeah, generally.
You have to honestly admit that you don't understand or you don't believe. That's a fact.
Well, I mean,
And
this
even if you're not devout, you know.
if you feel like you've seen the Malingi or
Well, I've seen enough weird
Sasquatch.
stuff. Like, again, I don't believe in human ghosts, and that's the thing that's going to piss people off. I don't believe that the human soul lingers around this planet. I do believe our energy hangs out and does stuff. I do believe in residual hauntings. And I do believe in the demonic and the angelic and other things like that. I haven't seen any evidence for me to suggest that a person's soul hangs out. And maybe, like, the evilest people hang out because they have nowhere else to go. Maybe.
Well, they don't wanna go
I don't know. But I don't have all the answers, man. That's one of the reasons I did this show. Because, believe it or not, guys, the first thing I want to do is a political talk show.
yeah, that would have gone up. And,
That would have gone
that would go
great.
well, but there'd be a lot more trouble.
No, we'd all be on fire. Yeah, I don't know. It's more fun to touch base with the heart and the mind of people across the world with these experiences and encounters and these ideas or these traditions than it is to have a particular, well, I feel like the bread should be buttered top. That was a Dr. Seuss joke there,
Yeah,
Jack.
spread it bottom.
Yeah, exactly. You're weird.
No,
That's
you're
why we're
weird.
not friends. But people are important. I do believe that I believe above everything else. People are important. And the situations you go through in life and what you experience and encounter, to me, that's more important than anything else. Is that pretentious and stupid?
I mean, everything's
Am I just being
pretentious
a
and stupid, by the way.
cockhole? Like, what am I doing here?
Everything is pretentious and stupid. Let's be honest.
Everything is pretentious and stupid. We live
So-
for a few years and then we die, and we feed the worms if we're lucky.
True enough. So I would say if you've seen one of these things, don't discount yourself and don't think yourself a freak. I mean,
You know, let us know.
The thing is, it's everybody sees something in different days. Like I have seen stuff I can't remember because the thing is my brain will rationalize stuff that I've seen. I have seen, like, being out in the woods. You hear things, you see stuff. Your brain will rationalize a lot of this stuff away, and so you'll sit there and you think to yourself, "Oh, I'm being crazy. This is nothing." But how many people have actually seen something, but because their brain will rationalize it instead of just let it be?
Well, think about the shit that people have gotten for talking about giant catfish.
Yeah.
Now, first of all,
giant
a catfish will eat something bigger than it if it can
Oh.
get in its mouth.
A catfish will eat your hand.
And some
It will try to eat you.
catfish-
That's how you
no,
catch
a
catfish.
catfish can eat a
You
human.
can catch them with hand because all you do is you stick
Well,
your
that's
hand down there and
noodling.
they'll bite, and you
That's
can just
noodling.
get
Yeah,
some
but
bitch up.
the people have died that way.
Oh yeah, you can definitely die. They'll
But
drag
there
you
are
under.
catfish bigger than people. You see that guy with the idiot with the GoPro? He jumps in the water to swim with the catfish bigger than him. Like, dude,
God dang idiot.
you're their prey at this point. They can eat you,
They
and
will.
you can't help yourself.
And they will.
You gonna die. You'll record it, and we'll get to see it once the catfish is caught. Like, stop it.
People have a tendency to forget that some things out there just aren't your friend.
Nature's wanky and weird and mean. Like,
Nature's not your friend.
no,
It's not. It's not there to serve you. It's. There's a reason it's called the circle of life, because there are things that will also eat you.
Dude, for the record, think about it. What did trees turn into oxygen? Have you heard of photosynthesis? It's a thing. Plants take carbon dioxide,
That we exhale.
that garbage we
creatures
make,
and people.
and plants turn it into oxygen that we survive on. The world is crazy. The planet's going to outlive us.
Oh yeah, they will. We'll die. way before
Look
planet.
at, like, South America, where the Nazis were, like the Nazi camps in South America. Believe it or not, guys, there's Nazi camps. This isn't even this is like fact now.
There
This
were
isn't-
small towns that grew up, or that towns that still exist today that were founded by the
yeah,
Nazis.
this is a thing. Like, people think it was a conspiracy theory that a bunch of Nazis fled to South America. Well, it's not. You're dumb. Like, go and actually read a freaking article somewhere. Listen to I don't know. Listen to an old Argentinian or whatever. The Nazi camps in cities were overrun by the forest. The forest is overrun a lot of things. They found that, and this is not Nazi, but they found that Temple of the Monkey God. I think we talked about it before. They use LiDAR, lasers that shoot down, like radar, from a plane. And there was a well-known author that actually got bit by... No, he didn't get bit. They ran into one of the most dangerous snakes in the world. The one that can spit acid. What's that bastard called? They're like 7 feet long.
Oh God, I don't know. That thing is
The
it's
fleur
got
de
that
lis.
acid thing.
Yeah,
The fleur de lis or whatever.
The fleur de lis. Yeah, that thing. We're probably saying it wrong. So let us know if we're saying it wrong. But they got in there and they got bit by these mites. And they got... there's a disease. What do they call it? Yeah, my brain's not functioning yet. But if you know what it is, please let me know. And they got a disease spread by mites. So we don't know crap about... Most of you guys don't know that Chicago is built on a huge city prior to people moving here from Europe. Ow. The Fleur de Lance was the
fleur
snake.
de lis. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, so Chicago, actually, there's a huge site where a bunch of these folks used to live prior, and it's one of the largest cities they can figure out in the world. Of course, they're saying that, but we don't know if it's true. We don't know how big it really was. We're just going to LiDAR, which is pretty legit for searching stuff out. What are you doing?
It doesn't spit acid.
No, but it spits, and the spit can burn your skin off.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, no.
That is new to me, actually.
Actually, one of the guys the guy was talking, he's a well-known author. I can't remember his name. They had an SAS guy, I think it was, that was one of their guides. 2 guides that were really well-known soldiers. And dude actually had to wrangle with a fleur de lis. And it spat on him and tore his skin all up.
Jesus. But on another note, a more funny note. a
more funny note?
A less...
That's not the funniest thing ever.
the funny thing.
You want to go comedy now?
No. But I wanted to mention something because when we started to study this, we're looking at the Google search results for cryptids in Australia or legendary creatures. Australian legend creatures of legend. Aboriginal
Leishmaniasis is the disease the guy got from the mite.
Oh,
sorry.
I don't know.
Leishmaniasis or leash. Yeah, it's that.
Makes
close
sense.
enough.
Everything down there wants to kill you too.
Yeah. They get like
So, Aboriginal legendary creatures is what I searched, and it goes bunyip, the Moldawana, the yowie,
Moldawana.
And then after the yowie, it says bear.
Wait, bear?
Not drop bear, just bear, and it's a picture of a bear.
But are there bears in Australia?
I don't know. Apparently, they're legendary in Australia. So, if you're if you're an Australian viewer, I want to let you know that bears are in fact not legendary.
Well,
nor cryptids.
First of all, the
They're
world's
actual
biggest
things.
barbecue is happening right now.
Yeah,
It's
they
all 'cause
were
that vegan
actually. I
chick.
guess you're right. Now they're legendary in Australia. They were once things.
It's all because
No,
that
they're not.
vegan chick in Australia. Well, I hope that's not true.
I don't know what you're talking
If
about.
you want to eat a kangaroo, fly to Australia right now. They're cooked.
Oh God, that's terrible. What are you doing? Don't do that.
Did you see the video of the American firefighters going to Australia?
No, I did not.
Because we're the best ever. And everyone in the entire
Seems
world should
arrogant.
actually do that because it's a normal human thing to do is go help people in serious times of need.
Yeah, go to Australia and help them with fire.
I'm
please.
actually not bitching at Americans who are trying to be howdy. I was kidding. I was kind of frustrated that I saw a video that, Americans show up. And the Australians give them applause and a high five.
Well, don't we?
I'm
normally
glad.
show up?
Listen, I'm glad they're doing it. Just, where the fuck is everybody else?
They're probably.
I hope they're there. I want to see the other countries get
Busy?
applauses and high
Yeah,
fives.
they're probably busy.
Maybe we're just on fire.
You
more
know
than
what? They
everybody
probably
else.
Australia's
This
probably like
country's on fire.
the ex-girlfriend keeps calling them for help, and they just got
Yeah.
tired of it and blocked the number, and so they're just like, I don't know.
Here's a screwed up part. Like, I'm proud to be an American, but I'm super happy to be a human. Believe that or not.
I would rather be human
Because
than
being a
cockroach.
kangaroo would be kind of strange.
That would be strange.
I'm not certain I'd be okay with that. My
You
legs
know what?
aren't quite long enough. I'm not comfortable with a pouch.
I actually had something I had to do, and now we've gone over
But
the
what I-
allotted time.
Allotted time. The
Well, it's 'cause
upside
I
about
actually have
owning a
something
show
to-
is I can do whatever I want.
I mean, but
Forever.
I don't know. But we should do this one. The next creature we were going to do this episode. We should do it next because there's more we could talk about there.
Okay, I do want to say one more thing before we do that, though.
Yeah.
Those of you listening in other countries, we have a lot of listeners in other countries, apparently. I've been looking at our stats, and that's awesome, and we love you. So
Thank
don't
you.
think that America is...
Yeah, we don't
the only
look.
we care about.
We're not
I mean,
trying
we
to talk
do,
crap.
but
We
we care about
People
our
are
country,
people.
and we care about people. And that's why we do the show. That said, I do want to say something very prescient here. If you are a human, you should care about other people, especially Australia, because they're on fire. The entire continent's on fucking fire right now.
I know.
It's on fire. You see that one guy? He actually took a
Hugh
boat.
Jackman came
and
out of
was
that place.
Heaving.
Isn't Ryan Reynolds Australian? Like
Ryan
it's on
Reynolds Canadian.
fire. All these people are coming out of there famous.
Ryan Reynolds Canadian.
Some good. Oh,
Yeah,
You
Hugh
meant the literal
Jackman's
fire,
not
didn't you?
Saving things. At this
you
point.
meant the literal fire, didn't you?
I want to see the Wolverine out there.
not like being
helping
famous.
Spray out fires. No, I'm talking about the actual fires and helping
Oh, it's
people.
actually on fire.
Yeah, it's on fire. It's actually burning down. Dire Straits, AC/DC,
Burning down the house.
Australian. Just what?
Dire Straits is Australian. AC/DC is
Mark
English.
Knopfler's Australian.
That's
AC/DC
one
is
person
from
from AC/DC.
Australia.
What's his name is Welsh.
Y-
The front man's
listen,
Welsh.
All the white people from Australia are from freaking Ireland or Scotland. It was Van Damon's land. It was the penal colony. Do
It's
you
the
not
same
understand
thing,
this?
basically. It doesn't matter. Yeah,
It doesn't
We'll
matter.
take
What
it.
about the Aboriginals? They're dope.
they're dope. Yeah,
Those dopes are awesome.
but
Those
what the
dopes
hell?
are.
You
Those
know,
guys are. I didn't mean the
The
dopes.
thing that gets me
Those
is
guys are
is,
awesome.
You were talking about a guy on a boat, though. You were talking about a guy
Yeah,
on a
a
boat.
dude
taking
on
boat.
a dude had a boat, a rich guy, and he's putting families on the boat on the coast to keep them alive.
That's cool.
I don't know who he is, but shout out to you, man. Like, awesome.
Shout out to
That's-
everybody
that's
out there
good
helping.
human
Really,
work.
like I mean, the thing is this is a humanitarian disaster
I-
of
I-
unprecedented. Like honestly, this is unprecedented humanitarian disaster.
Well, I
kind
mean,
of level.
technically
because this
it's
isn't
not.
like a tsunami in a small area. This is an entire country
A
on fire.
tsunami in a small area. Tell that to fucking Indonesia.
Eh,
That was not long
Indonesia and
ago.
Japan are a small area.
Look,
this
here's
is an
the
entire
problem.
country
we
on
go
fire.
through the world trying to kill us all the time, and people bitch about climates. Like, here's a fact: the climate's going to move and change. It's going to outlive us. But what we need to do is survive as a species. We need to care about each other. That's my point.
Well, yeah. I mean, we know nothing about what this world does. We can speculate,
know
we can
some
guess,
things.
and we can say, well, this is what's going to happen. And the planet's changing because of carbon emissions, but
It's
the-
not
the
though.
planet eats carbon.
That doesn't
it's
make
actually part of the
sense.
atmosphere, right? I mean,
Dude, okay, Greta.
and not to mention the fact that when you talk about the fact, well, hold on, a volcano alone will produce more carbon than all major cities in the world combined for like 5 years.
Dude, according
And
to the
one
climate
volcano goes off
scientists,
every
I
year.
was supposed to be dead 3-4 times now.
or more than I think.
Ozone
volcanoes go up more than
layers.
I-
Yeah, and
I'm not a scientist.
freezing
Don't ask
and
me.
ocean levels rising.
I just
Stop
I parrot
being
everything you
scared
tell
and
me like
start
everyone
being a
else.
nice person. Here's what's crazy. We live in a place where the most polluted places in the world are telling us how to live, and then we're doing a bad job. Like, we have clean
Actually,
air and
if
oxygen.
I had to be honest,
It's absurd.
our own countrymen are telling us how we need to live our lives. And the
Yeah,
thing
well,
is
they're not
is
supposed to do that.
the problem here is it's this firm belief that we are polluting and that we are a bad country and we do this. I hate to break it to you, but we're more advanced in this than anywhere else in the world. No one else other than maybe New Zealand, for instance, which is close to home. But they don't do nuclear power, which is actually is not that good if you think about it, because nuclear power is a lot more efficient and doesn't spew out as much toxins into the atmosphere.
Okay, don't get too political, and I don't want to get Epstein. All right.
Oh, that's a good point.
I don't want to get Epstein. Please stop. Back to the drop bears.
drop
and
bears.
the swimming thing.
The drop bears.
You can read this one because I'm beyond it.
No, we're gonna do that
This
next
is
time.
yours now.
We'll do that next time
This is the Jack.
because we're talking about Australia right now. So we'll just
This
do
is
this
from Australia.
Well, no, but we'll talk about that next episode.
I do want to mention Crocodile Dundee and the awesomeness of that show.
Yes, that's important. Crocodile.
No one
Dundee,
would buy
everybody.
a damned Subaru ever if it wasn't
Thank you, Paul
for
Hogan.
Paul Hogan.
The good Paul Hogan.
First of all, Subarus are dope cars. I miss mine.
I actually have something I have to go do.
No, you don't.
No, I really do. I have someplace to be.
If your wife's not in labor, I don't want to fucking hear it.
Not until June. Not until June, people. And I actually plan on bringing my baby on. Like just
The baby's gonna have its
Show him the
first
baby
cigar
off.
with us.
Oh my God! I'm
His
not even
name's
smoking.
Ted.
Okay, I don't even smoke. He's smoking next to me. I want
Your
to smoke because I'm addicted,
baby's
but I'm
name
not
is
smoking.
Ted.
And he said, "I'm addicted." He's still smoking next to me.
Come a good
It's
brother.
mean, and I just want it.
Yeah, see, I do this once in every month. I have a cigar a month, maybe every week.
We had one last week.
Okay, so I have one once in a while. I don't smoke them often because I know it's bad for my lungs.
Oh, what was it? Where was I? Hold
That
on.
said, I live in California, which is bad for my entire soul.
I had like an epiphany and then I lost it instantaneously.
Oh, it wasn't an epiphany then.
So, anyways, yeah. Thanks for joining this episode. I think I'm gonna like this world tour thing, the Cryptid World
I
Tour.
like the idea.
I
And
like
you came
it.
up with this, and it makes me very happy that you're involved in that.
I've got other ideas that I'm gonna bring to the table.
You've been pretty flighty until now, and I really appreciate that you're
I'm trying.
involved. No, it's cool.
I'm
man.
gonna shave. I'm not gonna look so gruff next
I'll
time.
leave it.
I have
like
to
the
shave.
gingeriness coming in.
I have to shave.
I can't be the only paranormal ginger.
Anyways,
If I do a
Paranormal
private show,
Ginger.
it's gonna be the
That's your
Paranormal
nickname.
Ginger.
Is
That's my
Paranormal
porn
Ginger.
site.
That's your stripper name is Paranormal.
Paranormal Ginger. is your name. Oh man!
Now coming to the
I'm
stage,
running with it.
Paranormal Ginger.
I want to welcome Paranormal Ginger. No, I gotta do it differently. And now coming on to Sir Mix-a-Lot.
What have we fallen into now?
Paranormal Ginger. What are you falling into? This has been our entire show.
This is our show at this point. All right, guys. Well, anyways, I hope you guys look forward to the Australia stuff coming up, the world tour, cryptids, everything.
We
It's gonna
don't.
be good.
We
We're
don't
gonna
mean
have fun.
we don't mean we're world touring. Again.
Yeah, we're not
I
actually
wanna
going. We're
reiterate,
going to stay
I'm-
right here while we
Yeah,
tell you
we're gonna
about
talk
them.
about them. And if you guys have ideas, you listening and viewing, if you have ideas of places or cool cryptids and whatnot from your area, please let us know. You can hit us up on the Facebook page, Vanishing Gates. Email us at vanishinggates@gmail.com. Tweet us.
Yeah, Twitter us.
Is it tweet us?
Tweet us.
Tweet us. Oh, dude.
Tweet us?
So I do want to give a big
Tweet,
shout out
tweet, tweet,
again
tweet.
because we did this in the pre-record. So the folks.
Oh, yeah.
And again, guys, we are going to be doing some more Patreon stuff because it's not that I want to make money on Patreon. At this point, I want to do something nice. So I want to raise money for other people. In about 2 weeks, I'll have it launched where Patreon will be set up better. And I want to raise money for charity. Half of it's going to go to charity and half it's going to go here because you have to do something productive. But yeah, follow us on all the places. We're on iHeartRadio, YouTube's.
The YouTubes.
I think we're still on Twitch.
We are on.
Our tech guys restreaming us. We might even be
We're
on
on
Mixer
Twitch.
right now.
Yeah, we're on Twitch. We're on Mixer, Twitch, YouTube.
We're all over the place.
And Restream at the moment.
Yeah.
And
So,
I think he's doing a watch party on Facebook.
a watch party, sweet. And guys, honestly, every time you give us a like, a follow, a share, send us a comment, and tell us your stories. I do want to set up a 1-800 number, or maybe just a phone number you guys can call in, because I know writing emails is very difficult because people don't know how to type. And we've gotten some stories, but we want to read them. Yeah, okay, that was mean. That wasn't nice.
Yeah.
And look for the gaming channel, too.
Yeah.
We're going to start our gaming channel.
I
here
am going to be
real
gaming.
soon.
We're going to be playing Call of Duty a little bit.
But not on the PlayStation because
No,
that
well,
is
I'll be
for
on the
nooblets.
PlayStation. You will be on the stupid Xbox thing.
And if you guys, here's another thing. If you guys would like to have a show, if you have something you want to talk about, if you have a topic you want to do, if you have a podcast idea in your brain, let me know. I would love to produce it for you as well. Because we actually want to help people. Strange as that sounds. I actually like people as much as I hate people. Okay, maybe I don't. But anyway, vanishinggates@gmail.com, Vanishing Gates on Twitter and everywhere else. I do want to give a big shout out to this podcast. We pre-recorded this one earlier when I talked about it. This show
Let's
is
just
awesome.
save that for the Patreon.
Well, no, because I want them to have a
just
free
doing the
shout out.
whole
Well, I want them to free shout out because look, I don't expect anything from this, and I don't. I really don't. I sent them one of my stories, it's my UFO experience. I've talked about on the show that apparently Jack wasn't listening to. But there's this great podcast out there, and even the name is phenomenal. It's the reason I started listening. But these two girls are phenomenal with their show, and they're much better put together than mine. It's called Two Girls, One Ghost.
So
Check them out, man. Like, check them out. Dude, seriously, that's the name of the show. And it's awesome, though. And that's exactly why they did it that way.
ridiculous.
That's why I love it so much. Like, and they're great. And they have lots of listeners. And if you're not already a listener, give them a listen and let them know we sent you. And just say, hey, these guys, these two dumbasses at Vanishing Gates sent you. At least one dumbass at Vanishing Gates. Because Jack hasn't listened to shit.
I don't listen to anything.
He still has tubes in his ears. He can't even swim without earplugs.
What? I swim all the time.
Oh, is that fixed?
Yeah.
Oh, you're not
It's been
five?
a long time. Yeah, I
You're
haven't
not
been
five
five
anymore?
for about 26 years.
Weird.
Strange.
Yeah. If you
Strange,
guys have
unexplained.
if you guys have gaming channels and stuff, hit us up with your stuff. We would love to refollow you and help you out. Please do that, because the whole point of this is to form a community of people that want to do good things
Yeah.
and talk about ghosts and shit.
Yeah.
And Bigfoot and aliens and
It's just
true crime.
we'll play Call of Duty. Okay.
You want to play COD?
Yeah.
Do you want to play COD?
I like COD.
It's weird.
Everybody-
that I turned off
everybody in your-
cross-platforming
in your
'cause that's
team.
Stupid.
Everybody in your team should probably play.
MXCP for life.
And then I can carry them as I carry everyone else in life.
Oh yeah, because
I'm like bearing a cross, walking across the
You
sands
were-
of Call of Duty.
You were so much better than me all those times we played when I was outscoring you by a lot. A lot.
I don't know what
Mm-hmm.
game you were playing.
I'm gonna start calling you Jack Bishop.
All right.
That's an inside joke that only the MXCP
Okie
folks will
dokie.
get.
So we'll all just play together tonight, and then I'll be carried, I guess. You can carry me. You
Backpack.
can carry my back like a backpack.
Yep.
Terribly amazing.
I'm at the
really.
bottom of the board so I can lift you guys up. That's the real facts of life. What's the next week's episode going to be about, buddy? What country are you doing next week?
We're doing Australia.
Next week too?
Do you want to? Well,
I
that's
thought
actually
the goal
that's
was
actually
to-
something we can kind of do. Is I you know I didn't- was we were gonna do one country at a time, right? Or did you want to do like jump
is your
countries?
pony.
And then
I was
come
letting
back?
you do it. Don't
I
care.
guess we could jump countries.
Okay.
You know, I'm Romania.
Romania?
Romania.
You want to do Romania
Let's
next
do
week?
Romania.
Because our
Pick one.
first
I'll pick
episode
one.
wasn't vampires at all.
Well, we're not gonna do vampires. It was Bigfoot. Our first episode was Bigfoot.
No, our first episode was vampires.
No, it was Bigfoot, and then it was vampires
Oh,
about 3
second episode.
episodes
Yeah, we
later.
talked about Jur. Yeah. By the way, guys, we are on the approach for our 3rd anniversary of Vanishing Gates.
Yes.
The 31st, I think? Or
Now I
the
gotta go
30th? Will be our 3rd anniversry.
Because I have places to be.
We should do something cool for our 3rd anniversary.
I've been like
Also,
trying to get out of here for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Just 30 minutes now. And you just keep
You're
going.
so aggressive.
You're just dragging me on here.
Well, no, I'm trying to figure out what we're doing for the next couple weeks. I got to plan ahead.
Well, we're gonna do we'll do Romania next week, and then we will decide another one. Actually, let's play darts with a world map.
Oh, it's not a bad idea. We should get a map and throw darts at it.
And each week, one of us will throw a dart at it for fun to see which one we do.
You realize how much damage that's going to cause our souls to do, because we're going to have to hang a map and throw a dart and hope that someone lands on something we know.
In the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Next week, I'm actually
Kraken.
the entire Pacific Ocean.
The Kraken's the Atlantic Ocean. Although, actually, I think all the giant scuba are found on the Pacific side.
Yeah, I think so. It's warmer, right?
The strangest part is we are a day closer to Asia than the rest of the United States. Yep.
What about Nevada?
Nevada?
Is Nevada a day closer?
If anyone wants to help Jack with geography,
You said
Please let us
everywhere in the
know.
United States. How is
Oh,
Maryland
for
only a
the
day
love
away?
of
Okay,
goodness. A
but
day
Nevada's
away.
not.
Maryland's a day away.
It's a joke.
Maryland's on the other side.
It's
of the...
I know it's a joke. It's a joke.
I
Don't let it
didn't
go.
get
Don't
it.
let it go too far. All right.
Wait, hold on. I have to ask you.
I-
What did you think about The Witcher?
It's a great show. Watch it. Okay, let's toss a coin to me leaving now.
Did you think that Geralt's butt chin was a bit much?
No,
It was a bit much.
I think Henry Cavill's doing a great job as
I
Geralt.
maintain that Timothy Olyphant could have been better. They look exactly the same, except one has a butt chin and a wig. Oh, wait, no, they both have butt chins, but one has a wig and bangs. Not bangs.
I feel like
He has a hair.
Henry Cavill's doing a
thing.
great job as Geralt.
Who the hell is Henry Cavill, anyway?
He's the guy who played Superman. The last Superman or whatever, who like broke Zod's.
He was in
Spoiler
Superman?
alert.
Is he the guy from The Boys that played the bad guy in The Boys?
I have no idea.
I think he is. If
I
he's
only
not,
know
he
his name.
should
I
be.
don't know his repertoire.
So the show itself is kind of irritating me, and I'm still watching it. So
why
that
is
should
it
tell you something.
irritating you?
Okay, so there's 3 good actors in this entire show. The guy that plays Geralt, which should be Geralt
Okay.
because no one speaks
Geralt.
any... Yeah, whatever.
It's Geralt.
Skeet.
It's Geralt.
Whatever.
Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah, no one cares. And that guy, Geralt.
It could be worse. My wife was watching it with me, and the whole time I was like giving spoilers out by accident.
Well, because you read the books?
No, because I played the third game.
Oh, it's based on the games. See, our other
based on the
brother
books.
was saying it was based on the books,
based
and
on
he
the books.
hated it, but he hasn't seen it, which makes no sense.
It's based on the
So-
it's based on the books, not based on the games. But I still like it. Doesn't make a difference to me.
So the Hunchback chick is a great
It's
actress.
a good story.
So the main guy, the Hunchback chick, what's her name, Yennefer or some crap?
Yeah, Jennifer Vandenberg.
Yeah, anyway,
Vandenberg.
she's doing a good job as an actress, and the girl, the young girl with the yelly power,
Princess Cirilla.
yeah, whatever, that one. They're good actors. I like their acting, and some of it though, like the dude who looked like a Q-tip that was used to clean up tar. He looked like what's his name from CSI, Warren or whatever. That young guy. He was banging out the
Let's not spoil it.
Hunchback for a while there.
Oh.
Yeah, and the hair, I don't know. He seemed like he was a pawn, and I kind of hated him, and he overacted a lot much. There's a lot of overacting.
Keep watching.
There's not enough monsters. I thought this whole thing was about them.
Okay.
Him going after monsters, and there's like 5 monsters in the entire. Each episode's an hour long.
It's a good series. Just
You remember
Shut
when
up,
Ricky Gervais was on Golden Globes and it took him 5 minutes to tell everybody things are too fucking long in cinema? He was right.
where's Ricky Gervais? When you
I
need
don't know.
him?
I wish he was on the show right now.
Ricky comes save me.
Save us, Ricky.
I don't know, man. I think The Witcher is a good series.
No, I'm still watching it. Like, I'm not saying it's bad. The graphics, the cinematography, like the graphics, phenomenal.
Well, it's because they're also using like more practical effects than they are like just.
They
straight up
are
CGI.
exactly. They're combining the practical and the CGI, which is phenomenal because most people just go to CGI, and this is a combination of the two, which I find quite delightful. It's
I
quite
like it.
good. I like it too. That's why I'm still watching it. There are things that irritate the hell out of me, and part of it's the time frame stuff. It's not one time frame, guys. You're not watching one time frame. That's spoilers. Spoilers! It's 3 or 4 time frames.
All right, I'm getting out of here.
I'm making Jack rage quit.
Okay, I'm rage quitting.
Hey, do me a favor. I want you to say something to the mic before we're done.
What?
Hashtag country fam.
I don't know what that means.
Just say it.
No, because I don't know what it is.
Hashtag
I'm not going down like
country
this.
fam. For
What if
me.
this is like? What if this is like a horrible?
Oh,
you
no,
do
it's
it
an
yourself.
inside joke. And anyone that's listening that doesn't know what it means or watching, please message me and I will let you know exactly what it means. And it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Do it. Do it.
No.
Do
Get
it.
out of my way.
Do it.
Just let me leave.
Do it. Do
Let
it.
me leave.
Say it.
This is
For me.
If anyone could call the police,
Say from
I'm being
PlayStation.
held against will.
Just say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Say from PlayStation.
Someone in my group said that
Hashtag
the other
country
day.
fam.
Someone
Yeah.
in my group chat
Yeah.
said that the other day.
Uh-huh.
I'm googling that right now.
I started it, so I don't know why you're asking everybody else for help. Anyway, guys, thank you for listening to Vanishing Gates. Please share with us your stories as Strange and Explained. Again, message us across the board. If you're listening on iTunes, iHeartRadio, whatever, go to Facebook. That's Jack dragging his beard across the microphone, if you'd call it a beard, his scruffy lumpkin.
That's a neck beard. Matthew.
Hashtag Scrumpy Lufkin.
gotta
No,
show
it's
you
not a
something.
neck beard. You just can't grow a mustache.
At least I can grow eyebrows.
You know, I
Just
use
finish
conditioner and shampoo on my beard. That's why it's so lofty and wonderful. That's why women love to drag their fingers through
Just-
my beard.
Just go.
Anyway, guys, please hit us up.
Kill you with fire.
Email us vanishinggates@gmail.com. Send me a message on Facebook. Follow us all over the place and tell your friends about the show. Pretend that you really like it. We would appreciate that.
Yeah, lie.
If you have a yeah, lie.
Yeah, lie. That's what you do right now. Lie for us. Lie. I'd be like, this is a great. You know, even if it's just a joke, you're making it with someone. Just
the
send
greatest
them here. Send
paranormal
'em.
show in the world. In the world. The entire world.
I mean, you learned about Malingi, which is supposed to be the entire show, but was
And
like
Jack can't
an
talk
hour
into
of
a
us
microphone
just
because he's
going crazy.
confused about how
Going
things work.
crazy.
Okay, that's a little better.
Nailed it.
You learned about Malingi.
The Malingi.
Malingwa?
Melangi. And you also learned that bears are legendary in Australia. They're cryptids.
Mythological?
They're cryptids.
I don't know. I don't think there's bears in Australia.
Bears
though.
are cryptids in
I
Australia.
don't think there's actual bears in
They
Australia.
don't know that bears exist because they don't exist themselves.
I don't know because I don't know.
Like flat Earth
I've never
taught
been
us.
there.
Anyways,
Earth is flat.
okay. So I gotta go.
Hashtag flat
I have
Earth.
to go. I'm gonna turn
Hashtag.
this on. There we go.
No, get your ass back in here. We're not done yet.
Out.
You turn the mic off when you said you're out. You're supposed to give your away thing.
I have been trying to leave for way too long.
Such an albatross. Anyway, this is Vanishing Gates. I am Jay, and that is
what that means. What do you mean by
an albatross is a bird.
This is the Supreme Overlord Jack.
Gonna do your sign off.
Goodbye, everybody.
This is Jay. Good nightmares. Good nightmares. Dude, why are you dancing? Don't dance. No, don't do that. That's. I'm gonna keep this going as long as you're gonna do stupid shit like that. Now have good nightmares.